Good morning, students. Myself, Pompi Bordoloi, Assistant Professor, Department of Education, Sarvodaya College. Today, we are going to discuss some basic concepts of education through slides. Let me go through the slides. We discussed here today is education target group, BA first semester. Prepared by Pompi Bordoloi, Assistant Professor, Department of Education, Sarvodaya College. Objectives of today's class are to state the meaning of education, to state the nature of education, discuss the scope of education. Here in this class, we are going to discuss about the meaning, nature and scope. The meaning of education can be divided into three types: etymological meaning, narrow meaning and broad meaning. Etymological meaning refers from where the word is derived, derivative meaning, and narrow meaning which covers a limited area, and broad meaning which covers a broad area. Then etymological meaning of education. The word education is derived from the following Latin word. Mind it, Latin word: educare, educiare, educatum, and e and duco. The meaning of educare is to bring up. Meaning of educiare is to lead out, to bring up and to lead out the potentialities, the qualities, the innate capacities of the students. The meaning of educatum is art of teaching. Meaning of e and duco means out of and I lead. Art of teaching means how can a teacher teach, what formulas to be used in teaching the students, the learners. The ni and duco means out of and I lead. Proceed towards the development and lead out the inner capacities, creativities, intelligence, all the psychological aspects of a learner which are already existed within the learner. So education tries to pull out all the capacities and qualities of an individual. Narrow meaning of education. Narrow meaning refers the formal education where there exists specific aim, fixed curriculum, specific methods of teaching, face-to-face communication among student and teacher, and specific discipline. This is called school education. The education given to the students through educational institutions. Then broad meaning of education. In broader meaning, education means it is a lifelong process. Experiences from birth to till date, adjust with any situation, learn to live as a well-being. These all are related to human life. This happens from birth to till date. The nature of education. The nature of education can be divided into two types: narrow sense and a broader sense. In narrow sense, it covers all the nature related to formal education. In broad sense, it covers all the nature of human life. The nature related to formal education, just as there are fixed timetable, fixed curriculum, methods of teaching, certificates, degrees, diplomas are provided in formal education. In broader sense, all the activities, all the experiences the human can learn and can get throughout their lives. The scope of education can be divided again in two sense, the narrow sense and the broader sense. In narrow sense, scope of education covers all the elements of formal education: teacher, student, curriculum, methods of teaching, discipline, teaching learning process, infrastructure, etc. In broader sense, education covers the whole life of human being, the activities, the experiences of human being all over the life. Today's class we are discussing the following things. Thank you to all. In next class, we are going to discuss about the functions of education. So be ready for the next class. Thank you to all. Have a nice day.